Hi everyone, I'm Kiki. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today I have a little comparison video to share with all of you. It is my Louis Vuitton mini pochette accessoire versus Coach Nolita 15. So if you're interested in all of that, please keep watching. Let's get started. Ding ding! This is my Louis Vuitton mini pochette accessoire, which I bought, I believe, in the year 2019 or 2020. So it wasn't a super long time ago, but it wasn't very recently either. I believe at the time that I paid for it, it was probably around 500 or 600 Canadian. So maybe that would be 400-ish, I'm guessing. 400-ish American or 500-ish. My Coach Nolita bag is in the size 15, which is their smaller size. I think they also do an 18 or a 19. And it's really comparable in size to the Louis Vuitton mini pochette, as you can see here from the aerial view. I would just say it feels a little bit thicker or more substantial, probably because it's made of leather. I bought mine during the Black Friday sale of 2022, so just this past year, a few months ago, and I actually bought a bunch of them because the sale was really good. I think it was something like 60 or 65% off the regular price. And mind you, the Nolita is an outlet bag, so there's always some kind of sale on it. But I believe after tax and everything, I probably paid around, I want to say 80 or 90 Canadian each, or maybe even less. It was a really good deal, and I had compared the prices to the other kinds of sales that Coach has had, and that was probably one of the better ones. So definitely, if you're interested in the Nolita bag, I would say wait around for a sale. They have a lot of them, and grab it then. As you can see, the strap drop is a little different. I believe the Louis Vuitton is about an inch and a half longer in terms of the drop, but at the same time, you can see where the zipper pull isn't fully attached to the bag. That is longer also than the Nolita. And actually, this part of the bag, this design is why I didn't buy it as a teenager back in the day when I got my Wapiti. And I'm still kind of kicking myself in the butt for that, because back then, not to date myself, but this bag was probably $300 or $400, and now it is over $1,000. So I wish I had bought 10 and just, or 100 of them and just kept them in a box somewhere. And now I could just be selling them on eBay or Fashionphile and be making a ton of money. But you know what? Yeah. I didn't notice when I was filming this, but what is it called? The ring at the end was actually flipped, so you couldn't see the Coach branding engraved onto the hardware, but it's there. So here is my Louis Vuitton mini pochette accessoire made in France. If it's made in France, it'll say it on that a little vachetta strip at the end, and if it isn't, I believe it just doesn't say anything. So here we go. So when I was younger, I didn't like this design because I thought that it would make it weaker, as in because that zipper pull stuck out so much, I thought that it looked a little unfinished and that it looked like it would break more easily because of how it's connected to the canvas. And I still think so to this day, but I think it's just I'm so used to looking at it now. It's grown on me. You know how when you're repeatedly exposed to the same thing over and over, you kind of get brainwashed? I think that's what happened with me with this design, because now I'm kind of okay with it, whereas when I was probably 14, 15, I thought it was really odd. And now, mind you, the Nolita is a Coach Outlet bag, so it is on the lower end of the Coach, I guess, product line. And the inside lining is in fabric, a little bit loosely. I guess it's not like flush against the leather, as you can see. And there's 2 card slots on the side, and that's about it. Pretty simple. For those of you that care, I believe the Nolita is made in the Philippines. As you can see here, the thickness between the 2 of them is a little bit different, maybe about, I would say 0.5 centimeter to maybe 2 millimeters apart. But honestly, I don't think that'll affect the capacity too much, especially because the Monogram canvas is so pliable. But let's do a what fits in my bag and compare what can fit. Let's go. Welcome to Kiki's channel. Ding ding. Okay, Okay, so here are my daily essentials. Here is my Hermes Kelly pocket card case, hand cream, lip gloss, a lip balm, car keys, tampon, hair tie, and a key clay. To be honest, I wouldn't normally carry both my Hermes Kelly wallet as well as my key clay. I usually just carry one or the other unless I put my key fob inside the key clay. But just for the sake of showing you guys what can fit, so I'm just going to show you both of them just so you guys have an idea of what can potentially fit into the Nolita as well as the mini pochette. Here we go. First off is the Coach Nolita bag. I'm going to try to put in my key clay first. Usually if I do carry a key clay, it's going to be used as a wallet. I will just carry all my cards. And maybe a little bit of cash, but to be honest, I haven't carried cash in ages, so yep, that's my situation. But here we go. It's a little tight to squeeze both the key clay and the Hermes wallet, and I would say almost impossible to do it so without kind of scratching or forcing both items if you put the key clay in first. So if you did want to, you'd have to kind of Tetris it a bit and put the Hermes Kelly in first and then the key clay. That would be, I think, a little bit easier. But if you're scared of scratching the Hermes wallet or any other kind of leather wallet you may have, that would definitely be consideration because it is tight. It's going to be rubbing against the sides of the Nolita. And if you're worried about that, then I would say definitely maybe a smaller card case would be a better fit for the Nolita 15. As you can see here, once I put my Hermes Pocket Kelly wallet or card case in, it pretty much eats up 90% of the room and actually becomes pretty difficult for you to pull out again. So I would say in terms of user friendliness, that would not be the greatest, and I probably would never use it that way. I would say if I were to use a Nolita as my only bag or as even as a catch-all, I wouldn't put my wallet inside. Instead, I would use a thin card case or maybe a key clay, something along those lines. But as you can see here, I put everything else minus the Hermes Kelly pocket, whatchamacallit, card case wallet thing. And it all fits very snugly. It's not a ton of loose or extra space, but they definitely all fit. Here I wanted to show you guys again how a wallet like the Kelly pocket might just be a little bit cumbersome. As you can see, it takes up a lot of space, and because of the Kelly turn lock, it kind of is a bit wider as well. So definitely wouldn't recommend something like that. Even I would say a zippy coin case would be a bit pushing it for a bag of this size, especially if you want to use it as a catch-all or even a mini purse. Definitely something smaller would be a little bit wiser if you want to hold other things. So here, I'm showing you guys again. It all fits nicely. And here I'm just kind of snacking them in. I'm not really thinking too much about how to do it. That's usually how I stack it anyway, with the lip gloss on top. And as you can see, it's a little bit stretched, but nothing crazy. And I would be comfortable carrying it out like this, though it is a little on the tight side. Maybe I would take a couple of things out, but I think at this price point, I wouldn't worry too much about the leather stretching. Okie dokie. Next up is my Louis Vuitton mini pochette accessoire. As you can see, the inside is just the back of the canvas, kind of, I'm guessing a cotton kind of material. And as it is a very, very similar size to Nolita, it has the same struggles. Though I think the one up it has on the Nolita is the opening actually feels a lot bigger, possibly because of the extended zipper. Remember the one that I said that I didn't like when I was a teenager? The extended zipper, as well as the fact that the canvas is a little thinner, but it's still pliable. It actually makes it a bit easier to open. And I'm not sure if that'll change with age, because as you know, mine is relatively not that old. It's only a few years old. And I'm wondering, for those of you who have the Louis Vuitton pochette accessoire for years, like one that's like 10 years old or like 15 or more, does the canvas get harder and stiffer with age, or does it still stay pliable? Because that pliability, I think, is a really great thing for this kind of pouch. It makes it really easy to use because it can open and you can just kind of stuff everything in easily. So as you can see, if I take out the Kelly Pocket compact card case, then I can fit everything else inside really, really easily. I'm not particularly organizing it too much, just the same stacking method I always use with the lip gloss on the top. And here it is. Yes, it does bulge a bit, and if that does concern you, I wouldn't pack it as full. You certainly don't need to carry 2 lip glosses. Here's how it looks if you don't want to stretch out or like indent the canvas, because I'm sure that will happen if you leave it full like this all the time. But in my case, I tend to unpack everything, all my accessories, every night or once I go home anyway, so it doesn't worry me too much if I do overpack it on occasion. But I will say that I don't normally overpack it like this. I carry very, very little. It would probably not be this full, but yep, just wanted to show you guys what could potentially fit. Overall, I think that the Coach Nolita 15 is an absolute steal price point wise, especially compared to what Louis Vuitton is pricing their mini pochette accessoire at nowadays. It's just kind of it's a little insane. For a pouch this small to be over $1,000 is just kind of, you know, cuckoo land to me. Even though I paid pretty close to that price, I think unless you really, really want it to be Louis Vuitton, then the Coach one is a perfectly good alternative. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And hit the bell button to be notified whenever I upload new videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Janet. Ding ding. Do 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 do. Welcome to Kiki's channel. Do do.